Hi, everybody. So, on Sunday the 16th, I had work again at Typhoon. I was an extra pretty much all day, which was fine. Once again, I just did a whole bunch of odd jobs all day. I really don't mind being an extra, but it does kind of get a little bit monotonous, just because you want to be on stand somewhat, but at the same time you don't. I don't know. It's you have mixed feelings. And okay, so on Sunday we had like maybe 150 guests, like all day. So, not too crazy, and you'll see why this is interesting later. So like 150 guests, which is basically, we need 100 to stay open. And so like we're right there at the bare minimum. So yeah, I did a bunch of odd jobs all day, nothing too exciting. And then when I actually got off work, I went to Dave & Buster's with some friends from work. We went to Dave & Buster's. I went with Elsie, Elise, Meg, and Darrell. And I've never been to Dave & Buster's before, but it was a lot of fun. It's more money than I wanted to spend on an arcade, essentially. But, I mean, it was still really fun to hang out with them. And the game I actually wound up being the best at is Cut the Rope. Like, I just want to ask, like, at what point in time did all arcade games just become app games, like mobile games? Or rather, when did mobile games become arcade games, and that just being okay? And why do people, like, do it? So, I did Cut the Rope because I was good at it, and I always got more tickets. And we got a lot of stuff, too. Like, together, we wound up getting, like, 4,000 tickets, roughly. So, I got, like, I got a shot glass, or, in Disney World, we sell shot glasses, but we can't call them shot glasses, because that's not family-friendly. So, we call them toothpick holders. So, I got a toothpick holder, which I will obviously use for toothpicks. And I also got a mug, a real nice mug, and I got a fun packet of Post-it notes. So they're all neon colored and fun. But yeah, we had a really good time there. We had dinner there as well. Wasn't bad food. And that was Sunday. Monday, I woke up and I had class again, which it was my guest relations class. Excuse me. And the guest relations class goes from 11 till 1. And I mean, it was interesting and I enjoyed it. I'm trying to actually remember what it was about right now. It was about how to essentially, like, how to treat a guest, like how to salvage any kind of bad customer relations. So when, like, worst case scenario, what happens? Like when things don't go well with a guest, and how do you fix that? And there was a video we watched that the moral of the story was give them a pickle, which is essentially the equivalent of go the extra mile. If you go and you Google, like, give them a pickle, I'm sure the video we watched will come up. It's an older guy who has just a ton of business experience. I think his name is something Farrell. But it was really interesting to watch and kind of hear all about like the extra mile and what it can really do for guest satisfaction and increasing consumer loyalty. And that all sounds really technical. So I really enjoyed that class. And then actually I got to talk to my brother Luke, which is great because Luke is pretty quiet if you don't know Luke. So it was really good to hear from him, and we talked about my other brother Grant's wedding that's coming up. We're both, Luke and I are both best men, and we were just trying to figure out exactly what we'll be doing for his bachelor party, which the short answer right now is we still don't know what we're doing. We need to figure it out. Yeah. But it was really good talking to him because I haven't talked to him really since Christmas. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers because he should be hearing back about a med school sometime this week. So that'd be cool if he got in there. He's already gotten into one, which I'm not sure which one that is, but he's gotten into one, which is good. And actually, then I also, while I was talking to him, I was driving. I was on my headset, so like I wasn't just like blah, 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 blah. I was like this and just talking on my phone while driving. And there's very few times in my life where I feel like I'll be able to say, well, I was looking to go to the dry cleaners, and instead I wound up at Epcot. That just doesn't happen every day. And then I went to Magic Kingdom, and then the guy at Magic Kingdom told me how to get to costuming, or where I get my uniform, which is called costuming. So I went to costuming, got some more costumes. It was like, woo! So, yeah, it was a very full day. I did so much. I also went grocery shopping. I went to the Dollar General, and I bought a ton of kitchen utensils, because all of ours have been subpar, and we've only had one knife that cuts. So I bought like 5 knives that can like really cut, 5 different ones, like sandwich knives, and steak knives, and saute knives, or they're not sautés knives. Sauteing is that. I don't know. But boning knives, I don't know what all the knives, there are way too many knives. Why can't it just be, this knife is sharp and it will cut stuff? That seems pretty good for me. Yep. It was a good day. I really enjoyed Monday, even though I really didn't get any time for myself. I felt very accomplished at the end of the day. And I also am now going to the gym every day, or I'm trying my best to go to the gym every day. And yeah, so I did that as well. And that was Monday. On Tuesday, I had work again. So I got into work, 9:45, nothing too exciting. I was actually on stand today, or on Tuesday, which was awesome because I don't know, I just felt like I needed to be on stand. I hadn't been on stand for like a week, so it was really good. I did a shallow rotation, which was my first time doing that. So shallow just means like the water won't be any more than 4 feet deep. So basically it means that I will be able to assist anyone who needs help. Like I basically just have to hop in the water and pick them up. Or just be like, hey, you should stand up. So, yeah, went to, I did that entire rotation. Some weird things about that rotation are, you have bay slides. Now, bay slides is a slide attraction for kids who are 60 inches and under, and it's stressful. Like when you're in the wave pool and you're watching, 200 people get splashed around and everything, that's a little stressful. But it's almost weird how stressful it is, or how, like, almost equally, if not more so stressful it is to tell kids, like, you put up your hand and you're like, don't go until I say go. And then you say go. And it's like, it's oddly stressful because half the kids don't speak English, the other half don't care, and the other half doesn't make mathematical sense because there are already 2 halves. But the other group of kids are like perfect kids, and you just want to be like, you're doing great. And then you also have to focus on parents like not getting right in front of the tube or like the exit slide, because the kids will like slide down. And the reason we want kids to go in the water before the parents grab them, because like, inertia or velocity, it's going fast, and then if you just catch them, like, that's a lot more jolting than letting them sloosh into water for a second. So, yeah, that's really stressful for whatever reason. And I actually, after that, I actually wanted to do an ER, which is an early release, and I wound up deciding not to. I actually called base, which is like my boss, and it was just like, am I able to go home early today? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll let you off at 2. And then I stayed on stand for like 5 more minutes. I was like, I kind of like having some money. So I called back and I was like, oh, I want to stay. Is that okay? And they were like, oh, yeah, that's fine. So I stayed and I continued my rotation and everything. And it was fine. Closed up the day. And yeah, overall it was a pretty good day. And after that, I went home. And getting home, I made a quick dinner, and I actually agreed to go out with some friends from work. I met up with my friend Elise and her roommate Kim, and we also met up with another girl from work, Meg. And we got to go on Space Mountain with the lights on, which was so cool. The thing about Space Mountain with the lights on is you're not aware of how low-hanging everything is in Space Mountain. Like, I feel like if I was like 6'3" and I put my hands up, I would lose my hands. Like, it just all feels so low. And it's basically a giant industrial warehouse. It's not like charming at all with the lights on. It's a lot nicer with the lights off and with all the stars in the sky and the epic music. So yeah, I did that, and that is my Tuesday. Today is Wednesday the 19th. Today I had off, and I slept in a little bit, which was awesome because I have been being a little bit tired these past few days. Right now it's like 10:41 and I really want to go to bed, but I want to finish this because I have been getting lazy with my video blogs. Well, not so much lazy, it's just that at the end of the night, I generally wind up doing something or going to the gym or something of the like, and I just forget. So I'm trying my best to keep back up with it. So I'm sorry for any delays. So today was, the 19th. I woke up and I played some video games, and it was great to just be able to do that and not have any worries or any stresses on my mind. After I was done with that, I had class at 1, went to class. The leadership class is really interesting, and it makes me feel good about myself, and also makes me feel like I'm not good at being proactive as a leader. It makes me feel it both, like, at the same time, and it's a weird feeling. But I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot by the end of the class. After I was done with that, I came back home and enjoyed, once again, doing a bit of nothing. I wound up going to the gym earlier today and listening to Mockingjay. And Mockingjay is the latest book in the Hunger Games. For those who don't know, Hunger Games is getting really good. I mean, it's really good so far. Yeah. And then I did a little bit more of nothing, which I was happy with. I wound up going to Grocery Bingo, which Grocery Bingo is just bingo and you're playing for free groceries, which was really fun. I went with my friend Chris. Neither one of us won, but we did win water bottles, so, that's cool. And yeah, so we did that, and then we went to Taco Bell and Publix to get some groceries and food. And now I'm home. I had some tea a little bit ago. I'm pretty tired right now, and I'm probably going to go to bed. So I hope all of you are doing well. I hope all of you are staying busy. So, have a great night. Bye-bye.